What does it mean to be a good steward of our land and water? A steward is someone who is in charge of something, someone who has the responsibility to take care of something. Living in Minnesota, we are fortunate to have many beautiful lakes, hillside prairies, wetlands, and hardwood forests. This is our home. It is our responsibility to take care of these natural resources, to be good stewards. Aldo Leopold was one of the greatest teachers of how to be a good steward of the earth. He is considered by many to be the father of wildlife ecology. Leopold understood that human beings are just one part of a large community or ecosystem. And in order for our natural resources to remain healthy, people must live in harmony with the land. Harmony with the land, said Leopold, is like harmony with a friend. Many people enjoy living in the country or on the lake. It is important to understand that while we are free to live in these areas, we should always try not to disturb them too much. Leopold's rule of thumb was that an action is right if it tends to preserve the stability, health, and beauty of a land's natural systems. It is wrong when it tends to destroy them. These are great words to live by. If you think about it, the natural world around us is a connected community of which we are a part. It might be helpful to think of this community as a watershed. A watershed is a region or area of land where the water flows down to streams, lakes, and rivers. The watershed we live in contains the very lakes and rivers we enjoy fishing and swimming in. You can probably guess that if we take care of the watershed or the land, we are also taking care of our lakes and rivers. That's because as rain falls to the ground, it flows off the rooftops of our homes, our driveways, our streets, and our farm fields. This is why wetlands are so important. Wetlands trap and absorb water as it flows down the watershed. The plants that live in wetlands also help to clean the water flowing into them. Most of us don't have wetlands in our backyards. So what can we do to help clean the water before it drains into our lakes? Something as simple as letting the grass grow in road ditches can go a long way toward reducing the amount of polluted water that reaches our lakes and streams. Also, unmowed road ditches provide habitat for wildlife, reduce road noise and dust, and require less work since we don't have to mow them. We Minnesotans love our lakes. For many of us, having a home or cabin on the lake is a dream come true. Living close with nature and enjoying fish and wildlife is a privilege and can be very satisfying. Yet sometimes we forget about being good stewards, harming the beauty that attracts us in the first place and destroying the very habitat that fish and wildlife depend on. When the natural features of the shoreline, such as thick woods, emergent vegetation, and fallen trees are replaced by retaining walls, rock riprap, sand blankets, and manicured lawns, fish and wildlife habitat are lost. Yards that look neat and tidy in a suburban setting seem out of place on a lake. Homes that stick out because trees and other vegetation have been removed or because they are brightly colored take away from the shoreline. In contrast, homes that use earth tones blend in with the surrounding shore, helping to preserve the lake's natural beauty. Many people feel they are protecting their shoreline from erosion by cutting out natural vegetation and replacing it with rock riprap. As these pictures reveal, natural vegetation protects the shoreline just fine, and in most cases, adding rock riprap and retaining walls is not necessary. Do you know what hardstem bulrush looks like? Hardstem bulrush is one of the most important aquatic plants we have in our lakes. It actually cleans a lake by removing pollutants from the water. All kinds of fish love the habitat it provides, too. Unfortunately, bulrush is disappearing from our lakes fast. The combination of artificially controlled high water levels and poor development practices on the shoreline has reduced the abundance of hardstem bulrush and other native vegetation from in and around our lakes. Water quality suffers and fish habitat is lost. There is a better way, however. A better way so that harmful impacts to fish and wildlife habitat are minimized. These property owners have chosen to live and enjoy their surroundings without disturbing the natural features of the shoreland too much. They are being good stewards of the land and water. As we grow in age and responsibility, perhaps we can remember the words of Aldo Leopold. When we see the land as a community to which we belong, we may begin to use it with love and respect. And fish and wildlife habitat can be spared if we do the right thing.